Now we are going to discuss about the summary of A Tale of Two Cities. Like other novels such as Oliver Twist, Great Expectations, and David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens deals with historical facts related to French Revolution. Through this novel, the poet threw light on the problems of exploitation and injustice in society. The present novel is a tale about two cities, which are London and Paris. At the end of 18th century, France and England are suffering from different social ills. ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ನಾವೆಲ್ ಬಂದು ಅ ಟೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೂ ಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿರೋರು ಚಾರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಡಿಕನ್. ಇವರ ಫೇಮಸ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ಸನ್ನು ನೋಡೋದಾದರೆ ಆಲಿವರ್ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್, ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೇವಿಡ್ ಕಾಪರ್ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಅ ಟೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೂ ಸಿಟೀಸ್. ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳುವಂತೆ ಅ ಟೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೂ ಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲು ಎರಡು ಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವುಗಳು ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ಯಾರಿಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಲಂಡನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಿಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು 18th ಸೆಂಚುರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರುವಂಥದ್ದಾಗಿದೆ. ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಂತಹ ಸಫರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಲ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ದ ನಾವೆಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಜೆರ್ರಿ ಕ್ರಂಚರ್, ಆ್ಯನ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಇನ್ ಟೆಲ್ಸನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಹೂ ಸೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಟು Jarvis Lorry to meet a woman in Dover. He went to Dover and meet that woman named Lucy Minute. She is the daughter of an eminent doctor who had just been found in France. Lorry and Luce went to Paris to meeting with Defrage, who was a servant of her father. She finds that her father spends all the time making shoes and that he went mad after spending almost 2 decades in prison in Bastille. Laurie believes that Lucy, if she love him, can bring him back to life. What he believes turns out to be true. ಈ ಒಂದು ನಾವೆಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಜಾರಿ ಕ್ರಂಚರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಮೂಲಕ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಟೆಲ್ಸನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜನ್ನು ಜರ್ವಿಸ್ ಲಾರಿ ಅನ್ನೋರಿಗೆ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. A few years Charles Donny is accused that he has committed treason against the English king. He is represented by Stryver, who is known as a great lawyer but actually is drunk colleague Catton, who is as same as Doroni, saves him from the court. In the meantime, in France, a new character enters. Dorney's uncle, the cruel Marquis Evermond. The first impression of this man is him running down a pleasant child while he is moving with carriage. The fact that he not only does not show remorse towards his deed, but that he also curses the poor. Daroni, once he arrives, states his intention to give up the identity as a Evermond and to return to England the same night. The Marquis is killed by murder. A year later, both Darnay and Catton are in love with Lucy and pledge their love to her. Lucy agrees to marry Darnay and he promises her father that when they get married, he will reveal his identity. On the wedding morning, Darnay keeps the promise he gave to Lucy's father, and the following evening, Manatee starts making shoe again. 9 days pass, and Manatee regains his common sense after he returns from the honeymoon. Darnay is confronted by Catton, who asks for his friendship. A few years later, the French Revolution starts. antidotes or murder on the street by the revolutionaries, and a man named Gabile who was in charge to maintaining the Evermore estate is taken to prison. 3 years after his imprisonment, he writes to Darnley asking for his help. Although the operation is highly dangerous to him, Darnley decides to rescue him and departs France. But as soon as he sets his foot in Paris, he is arrested by revolutionaries. Lucy and her father follow him, hoping that they could save him. Marity uses his influence and connections to help Darnley. She succeeds, but his freedom lasts. For only a night, he was arrested because of the charges pressed by Defarge and his wife. Catton arrives in Paris with a plan to rescue Darnley and obtains the John Barden, who was the brother of Miss Pross, Lucy's loyal servant. Defarge produces a letter that he discovers in Manette's old jail in the Bastille. The letter explains the causes of Manette's imprisonment. Years ago, the brothers ever Evermond, Darnay's father and uncle, raped a woman and killed her. Manatee, the father of Lucy, known everything, fearing that Manatee might report their misdeeds, the Evermonds had him arrested. After hearing the story, jury condemns Darnay for the crimes of his ancestors and sentence him to die within 24 hours. That night, Defarge, plotting to have killed Lucy and her daughter, because the woman killed and raped by Evermonds, the surviving stifling of Daffridge. After hearing that, Catton arranges for the Manette's immediate departure from France. He then visits Darnay in prison, changing clothes with him after dictating a letter of explanation. As Darnay, Lucy, their child, and Dr. Manette speed away from Paris, Miss Daffodge arrives at Lucy's apartment, and there she finds Miss Prose. A scuffle ensues, and Mrs. Daffodge dies by the bullet of her own gun. Sidney Catton meets his death with the knowledge that he has finally infused his life with meaning. Thank you for watching.